Hey guys, what's up? My name's Todd, and today we're playing a little bit of COD4 for the Xbox 360, and decided to do a little bit of hardcore team deathmatch, which I never ever play. But I thought, for something different, and there's like the challenge to, be MVP and win a game or whatever. So since I'm trying to, gain as much XP and prestige before Modern Warfare 3 comes out, I figured, as you can see, I'm like hearing gunfire and checking the map. I have no idea how to navigate without a radar. I'm pretty bad, it turns out. But anyway, hand-holding devices aside, I decided to, try and do as many different things as I could to try and earn a little bit of extra XP so I can prestige before Modern Warfare 3 comes out. And that's kind of sort of the topic that I wanted to discuss. Modern Warfare 3 being part of a series, and just some of the discussion that inevitably follows right before a game's release. It kind of, it took place when Battlefield Bad Company 2 came out, and Black Ops was about to be coming out, as well as right now. Everybody's talking about Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3 and how, you know, basically the game they don't favor is the exact same game as the one before that. And that's a relief to me personally. Like, part of having a series is, you have to have a cohesive and similar string of games. Otherwise, it's not a series. Otherwise, Modern Warfare 3, if it was not so similar to Modern Warfare 2, it might as well be called a different game. And I think people just expect every release to be this brand new creature, a completely unique experience, completely innovative and everything. And while I feel like there is room for innovation and creativity and variances in these series, you don't want to break too far away from that same exact mold. Otherwise, you're not going to have, that cohesion. You're not going to have that series feeling. And then it's like, why is it called Modern Warfare 3 when it has nothing to do with the prior games? Now, so far they've had perks and kill streaks. They change weapons, they change the maps and stuff like that. Those are things that you're allowed to change, in my opinion, and you're allowed to add to them and take away, and you're even allowed to change how they work. Like, for instance, Marathon has been changed a few different times. Like, sometimes it's infinite sprint, sometimes it's, a duration sprint. Sometimes they add the quick climb, and same with lightweight, where it like reduced the fall damage to 0 on pro, and like how Commando used to do that. Like, those are things that you're allowed to change without completely changing the series. And it's like this was never really a discussion when Mega Man was coming out. It's like every single Mega Man game. I don't even know how many they made. I probably could have researched that before I started talking. But like, they had 8 or so regular Mega Mans, and then they started going into, oh no, I guess they have 10 regular Mega Mans, and then they have all the like Mega Man X games. And it's like, every single one of those, you pretty much go through the gauntlet of bosses, you jump and move at the exact same frame rate. Sometimes they added dash, sometimes they added slide, sometimes they added rush, the dog and stuff like that. And it's like, you killed bosses, got their stuff, and those things changed, but everything else was the same. And no one was like, Mega Man 3 is exactly the same as 2. This sucks. Like, that is why you bought the game. You want it to be so similar, and yet they add some things to it. And like, I mean, they do that with Castlevania games and Mario games. They make subtle changes, but the premise and the core of the game is the same. And like, personally, if Activision wanted to pursue another title, I personally don't think that they would call it Modern Warfare or Call of Duty or anything like that unless they started a separate franchise. And to me, that just seems like the smart thing to do. And I don't see them, creating, a Call of Duty game and having it completely different, mechanically speaking, than all the other ones that have come out before that. Like, I mean, if you look at EA and Crysis and Battlefield, those are two totally different games. Yet they, even though they have the same publisher, you know, the developers are going to be different and stuff like that. I feel like that's what people expect out of the Call of Duty and Battlefield games, even though I feel like that's kind of a misplaced expectation, um, given that it's, you know, the same developers. I guess game design in general kind of works differently than what it did back in the 80s and 90s. Um, in terms of the vast amount of developers and people that are working on these projects, it's no longer like, you know, a team of like 5 guys that are like, yeah, let's make this game and you'll be this ninja and you can jump off of walls and stuff, and you know what I mean. You probably had like an artist who was also coding and like doing, you know, 5 different jobs that they now have split up between teams of people. So I don't know. Personally, you know, kind of to reiterate, my expectations of Modern Warfare 3, I hope that they closely resemble Modern Warfare 2. And since I haven't played COD4 up until super recently, um, you know, I'm relieved to see that it's so like Modern Warfare 2. That kind of gives me a little hope that they'll keep with that same theme. And after all the footage and stuff that they've released, all the different videos and stuff that they've been putting up on YouTube and various other websites, like it looks like the controls are similar. Like the recoil looks very familiar to like if I was watching a video of Modern Warfare 2. But it's like, you know, keep the engine the same, with upgrades, obviously. Like I'm sure they add code to that, and because I'm noticing like I get clipped up on little rocks and bumps and steps on COD 4 all the time, whereas in Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops that hardly ever happened. Like I would just free roam and not really have to deal with you know, perfectly strafing down a stairwell without worrying about getting hung up on an object. But like, you know, those are things that they improve as the game goes along, and I just feel like those kind of changes are necessary. But the series, as far as keeping it the same or similar, is important to, you know, maintaining the integrity of the game. And I don't know. Hopefully you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from with that, and maybe if you are one of the people that kind of fight over that topic, that you're kind of like, oh yeah, I guess you're right, whatever. But like, I don't know, if you have a totally opposite argument to that, I'd be interested to hear it, because I've definitely been putting a lot of thought into this as of late, and just kind of reflecting on some of my own personal, you know, video game history experience and whatnot. But anyhow, yeah, that's about all I got for this video. I'm already running late, so I got a couple videos here I want you guys to check out. First things first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you actually liked what you saw, in the bottom right hand corner there's a subscribe button. Go ahead and click that and it'll let you get notifications whenever I post a video. The top video here, if you guys miss that, um, or you're not subscribed already, go ahead and click that. That'll take you to a team deathmatch COD4 game on Wetwork, and it's basically me running around with a shotgun and blasting kids in the face, which is a lot of fun, it turns out. I'm not really that good on Wetwork, and that one kind of worked out to my advantage. It's a live commentary, which I have a lot of fun with. And the one below that is another live commentary, which is a free-for-all match, and that's on Pipeline, and I had a lot of fun with that one. So if you guys want to check those out, that'd be super duper awesome. I really appreciate you guys watching this one, and take it easy, guys.